Hello, I'm David.
I'm Omid, and we are the founders of Prsnt.
This is a podcast that focuses on the dark arts of generosity, something that's frequently overlooked in the marketer's armoury. It's a blind spot that hasn't been fully tapped into until now.
Generosity is often overlooked by companies, and we want to bring you those extreme details that you need to bring into your own programs.
Generosity isn't soft, it's actually strategic.
So we're here to talk to you with top name guests such as and many more to come. You've obviously recognised us from our 15 minutes of fame on Dragon's Den.
Ta-da.
There we go. You know, we don't make a big deal. Series 22, episode 9, minutes 44 to 58, but apparently. And we find ourselves now here in a podcast studio talking about what we do, where we're heading, and trying to get some insight into the industry. So I think, for this little intro, we're just going to have a little freestyle chat. And over the coming weeks and months, we'll bring you more guests in the industry to give you the insight and talking about exactly what generosity can do for brands and companies.
I want to talk about how adding real value to communication channels can give brands and businesses a competitive advantage. It's actually about using a human vocabulary, leaning in on something we all understand, which is a very tribal, ritualistic exchange, gifting and giving, and looking into how you can leverage that and measure it for business outcomes.
How do you think that could be applied in a real world scenario?
Well, what we're seeing from our partners is a few things actually, that they find running their programs from a strategic point of view, from a product point of view, from a procurement point of view, they find that laborious in itself. And interestingly, when they plug into Prsnt, we're able to give them a universe of choice almost instantly. So we can offer any product from any brand at any scale at any time.
Yeah.
So you can pick a person, pick a problem, pick a product, and then wrap that product with a comms package and concept that makes it far more powerful than the economic price tag of that individual gift, if you like, and deliver that to people at enterprise scale almost instantly. And we've often had it. We've had a call on Monday, and on Wednesday we're running 100,000 products out for somebody. Like that, from a procurement point of view, is really powerful.
Yeah.
But where I can see brands slightly fall down on the other end of that is measuring the impact. You know, are they, the thing that they're trying to affect, is that needle truly moving in the way they want?
2 points on that is I've got two endpoints of what we do, who we serve and why we serve. So the first question I'll ask you, why do you think our brand partners use us to do their rewards inventory? What is it that we solve for them, do you think?
Choice, speed across the ground, getting the campaign prop and the partnership kind of up and running, the legals and all of that stuff, the brands sign off, the images, that with us, that's already in place. I think they use us for our program design. Like we come up with great props that solve the stickiness, the attractiveness, if that's a word, of the prop, the actual proposition and the product.
Yeah.
So from that point of view, we're a turnkey service that saves them time. But on the back end of that, I think they use us because we can help evidence through our reporting that what they're doing and the money that they're spending is actually achieving the company objective, whether that's improving NPS score or overall engagement, or whether it's sectors within their database that just don't engage at all. You know, if you add, you'll be amazed what you can do if you add value to the proposition. Here's a curly whirly.
Yeah.
Like, people do a lot for curly.
They love a curly whirly.
They love a curly whirly. They do.
Yeah. I mean, the answer was wrong. It was actually they get to speak to us too.
That's
but
true.
we'll take that. From the consumer point, the end person that gets our service through our brand partners, why do you think it's important to them?
Because other channels are saturated. Because the conversation with the customer has matured and these programs have matured. people are used to the concept. 20 years ago, a rewards program was like totally blew people's heads away. You're just giving me things. What?
Yeah, and some rubbish as well.
There was some toot in there as well, you know. And I think that there's a gap in the market, and adding value is the right way to solve it. You've got many different types of networks you can leverage. You could have an ad network, which is selling you eyeballs and banner space. But that's sort of saturated. Everybody knows when they're being sold to now.
Yeah.
I think bringing new inventory quickly in to the proposition is really powerful.
Well, I think we've seen it change a lot in the last couple of years since we've been involved. How quick it's progressing, and almost to the point discounts are slowing down in pace, and actual genuine rewards, but people actually want, or even in the times of this austerity and where times are tough, genuine rewards that can actually seamlessly integrate into people's lives. That doesn't seem like, oh, you've got to take something. Here's something from us to you. You're going to use this. I think that's the biggest consumer shift I've seen, as opposed of, oh, here's a free X. You just got paid for postage and packaging. Well, didn't want X, but Y is what I want, and you're giving it to me, and that's, you know, benefiting my weekly life. And I think that's where I'm seeing the consumers now not get frustrated. That's where they're seeing the real value of rewards and choice.
That's right, and I don't think the price tag has to be high, as long as it's delivered with great comms and the product has something about it that's sort of sparkles or is, you know, captures the attention. The economic price tag of the product that you're giving away isn't the important bit. It's how you give it, the sentiment that it's given, the journey that they've gone on to get it. Those things actually add up to being able to add what I think we call emotional value to the economic value, and that's something we're really good at. And then the next step is making that measurable. I think that's really difficult.
Yeah,
even for big programs, you know, we work with a lot of programs that are very mature and have been operating, you know, 20 years, 15, 20 years. I think they still struggle to keep pace with the core business metric that they're trying to measure. And we exceed at that part, at measuring it back. So they're not scrambling retrospectively over 6, 10, a year's worth of campaigns when the boss says, have we actually moved the needle? We're able to say, well, here are all your reports. Yes, you're moving the needle. If it's re-engagement, we can make sure that customers who don't normally get themselves to the front of the queue get an opportunity to get value, rather than just the first people who are first at the door with their hand up eagerly. You don't want to be necessarily rewarding the same people over and over again. You want to ensure that that you're spreading that value across the whole of your membership.
For the viewers at home, and without giving any names away, the people that we work with, is there any commonality in the exact pain point they focus that we solve pretty well? I'd like to say really well.
I think we add value in a few ways, actually. Great campaign design.
Access to brands.
From an e-com point of view, we bring great props to their, you know, they give us the problem. We come back with a list of like belters, absolutely awesome.
I think turnaround speed's what we're good at as well.
Yeah,
and understanding what the reward dynamic needs to be in terms of the concept.
Yeah, and then the journey as well. You know, like I don't know why it's clear and obvious to us that a journey is right or too long, or, you know, even not enough friction, not enough signposting, not enough comms. Or too much. Is it clunky? Does it feel good?
It does feel clunky.
Sometimes
a lot of the rewards do feel quite clunky.
Yeah, or cold and transactional. You know, I think the number one thing is we're all about referencing the human tribal transaction that gifting is in a digital way, but still feels good because we understand what gifting is from a behavioural point of view. Other people think, how do I get as many people this product in a way that's able to distribute at huge scale, super fast and relatively secure?
Yeah.
So they end up delivering it with, you know, in an email or with something that just ends up feeling cold because, you know, I don't know why.
Yeah, and that's not the best delivery mechanism. It's not. It's getting emails from your
Say
boss.
that again.
It's not the best delivery mechanism. Receiving an email when you're saying something's a gift,
Yeah.
or it's that sort of, here, we love you. Here is something.
Yeah.
If you got your Christmas gifts through email on the 25th of December,
Yeah.
it's not the right mechanism for delivering it.
But it can be.
Yeah.
I think any delivery mechanism can be used in a way that still creates excitement and honours the kind of purpose. For example, pure functionality and utility of a employee reward is probably fine.
Yeah.
Because you just want to get access to your thing. Even then, they'll deliver it in an endpoint, which is like an email. And then what you're supposed to do is like search back through all of your emails to try and find, I don't know why other people haven't just, maybe it's because we are 100% focused on this, which is when companies want to give something away to affect a business outcome, that presents a whole load of problems. And we've just spent our time thinking about those problems every day for like 5 years. That's 10 years of man time designing. I think that's what it is, actually. It's just chipping away.
So we've got the problem we solve for the rewards channels and the partners, what the consumers really like about our delivery mechanism and what we offer through them. What about the brands we can bring in? That's something that we didn't really discover when we started this. It was like, the brands are interested as well. Like, can we be part of this? What would you say the benefit we've seen from them is? What are they looking to achieve, and how do we help them?
Well, obviously the retail partners are beyond happy. This is just free footfall. And we also lean into using their own branded currency. So by branded currency, we mean a coupon, a gift card, or even something on banking rails that's bin locked, retailer specific. And they're really happy for us to be leaning in. For them, we're a footfall generator. And we can also bring to life areas of their inventory that don't get enough eyeballs and traction. We are able to work with that partner to bring their product or their pain point back up the chain towards the rewards inventory have got the eyeballs. So actually we have a three-sided network. On one side, we have the businesses that are looking to affect business outcomes with a product. That product itself could be a branded consumer FMCG product like a candy kitten or a Kano water and then on the other side, you've got the fulfillment partner, which is the retailer. And if you think about it in those terms, actually what we've created is a win-win-win. Win. Because the consumer also wins. So we're bringing all of the people in that network together for mutual benefit of all. And I think that is definitely Magic Source superpower of ours.
Nice.
So let's just talk about, so one of the things that the business has been truly blessed and really lucky with, or good at, lucky, good, is we've managed to get some stellar talent around us.
How?
I don't know. By being idiots. Just by...
Charm? Have we got any of that?
I don't know about charm. It's probably more like
annoyance,
plucky luck, just daring to try to reach out to people. I mean, there's an amazing amount of goodwill in the world, and actually people who are, right at the top of these sectors, industries, and specialisms seem to be more prepared to talk than others. Actually, I think if you're anywhere in the middle, you're just working really hard to get up there. But we're able to bring to this podcast over the next few weeks and months some absolutely stellar talent, resource,
higher than us,
lineups. Yeah, I mean, we can't disclose names, but
not yet.
No,
you have to tune in for that.
Yeah, but there might be some dragons.
Ooh.
There might be some consumer psychology experts who are all over TikTok. There might be.
Might be. Probably should be us to be fair. They won't answer their emails.
Some amazing founders, some business leaders who've taken companies from, breakthrough success stories in the Midlands in fashion, all the way to one of the UK's most recent unicorns, multiple million exit. We're talking about some stellar people.
Yeah, people that have been there and done that.
Really done that. You know, when they put their medals on the table, it's the achievements are significant. So it's going to be really interesting to bring these people on and have them talk through the lens of their specialism about how generosity can affect outcomes for businesses, and also how that could be done better.
Yeah.
What can we imagine in the hinterland? What does the near future look like, and how do we bring that through? And I think for us, it was going to be an exploration. I think people who come on this journey with us will be clear that we are searching out the truth, and we are trying to bring into focus things that are currently a little bit fuzzy, even to us. And the purpose of the podcast is is really about searching out the edges of what's possible, what people are thinking, what people want, what challenges are existing in the competitive and corporate landscape. That's what this is about. It's a bit nerdy. I don't know how we're going to make, rewards and corporate gifting sexy, but
it is well sexy. It's up there.
So sexy.
So no OnlyFans channel for us.
No.
No. No, you never know. We'll be first.
No, some of those people are not.
Moving on. So I think it'd be super interesting to sort of speak to some of these guys and get their insights, just to give some access and get into their brains around how all this works.
Yeah,
that's what fascinates me, and I'm not really a celebrity culture type person, but business culture I'm like in awe of. I don't know why. Maybe that's why.
I think it's because of that measurable. That it's a much more measurable type of fame and success.
When you've seen someone, this is what I did, and like, what? It was you. That for me blows my mind. I'm
exactly.
Like, that impresses me, because just being in it, you know how bloody hard it is to start anything.
It is really hard.
It's that point of why. What's the why behind they do that? Why do you stay in it when those nights are dark nights and you're not sleeping? Think, why am I carrying on like this? When there's a 9 to 5 just around there, just to press apply.
Predictability.
Yeah, it'd be good to get their insight and how and why they did what they did, and then link it back to generosity and love and what that they saw within their own organisations, how that filtered out. Did it come from the bottom up? Did it come from outside? Was it internal? Was it a talking point? And how important to them was it? And hopefully they'll say yes, it was. Otherwise, it's a long podcast.
I think one of the really interesting things, and I can kind of see how our friend Rory talks about this a lot, like how generosity has been overlooked slightly as a competitive advantage, because it's very difficult to measure. So it's kind of been optimized last or forgotten slightly. And I think that's what makes it really rich ground for success, to create competitive advantage and to create interactions with your customers and members that are really powerful. People often say that, like, what's the impact of this thing? But I think generosity as a human behavior is humans at their very best. And the more of that you can pull through in the way you talk to your customers, the more impactful that message is going to be. I think that's what people need these days.
Especially these days, 100%.
Yeah, especially these days. When you're saturated by other channels and you're aware of how other channels work, people now know how PPC works, or pay-per-click, or they know when they're being sold to on social media. They're savvy to all of these things. There's a glaringly obvious channel that's underutilized, and it's the power of generosity. That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, and I think humans just react well to that. It's like, I think that there was something about a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant the first time and the waiter's nice, there's like a 42% chance you'll go back. If you go back again and the waiter's great again, the service is good, it's like a 68%. If you go back a third time and again it's excellent, there's literally over a 90% chance you will go back to that restaurant over and over again. I think humans, at the end of the day, we just respond well to people being nice to us in a fast-paced world that's just looking to suck everything away from you. And there's moments when people are just, just genuinely being nice to you. It's a sad world we live in. Like, what's the catch? I think that's where we're almost conditioned to an extent.
Yeah.
Why are you being nice to me? Which is a sad thing.
And that's what we are bottling, understanding, and giving people. It's still a bit fuzzy. It's a bit, fluffy, if you like, but it's untapped. And that's what makes it really powerful. People want to be treated like a human, talked to like a human. I don't think they expect businesses to be cold.
They want to be seen.
They don't want to
They
see
want
a
to be
factory.
valued. No.
They want to see the people who are working for it's about human connection, and it's about that service having a human on one end and a human on the other. Yeah, okay, the service is what you're talking about, but what we've seen when we've been helping people with customer care packages is you can turn a frown upside down, to coin a cheesy phrase, but you can use your customer service or your CX function just to put out little fires and get people to go away. Or you can use that opportunity to re-engage with somebody and actually make their day. You can turn somebody round who's really angry with you to somebody who's actually prepared to be an advocate of your business, just purely about the way that you dealt with the problem. That's not just about the quality of your customer service personnel. That's important. But actually within that, if you had a system like you can have with Prsnt to be able to give people real value easily, quickly, in a way that feels nice, that backs up the conversation you've just had with a personalised message. Again, you'd be amazed what you can get people to do for a curly whirly.
It is true. Yeah, no, we've seen plenty of fires put out with just being nice to people and just not the ones that take the mickey and trying to extort you for everything, but the ability just to be nice and understand them and understand their frustration quite quickly in 2 or 3 responses. And by the way, here's a little... we're sorry, we see you.
But here's the kicker, and that's where most companies stop. And what we have done is we then put another step to that, which is now do a thing which is positive impact for the business. It could be, take to social media and tag the brand and say thank you so much for doing this thing. Just giving people that next step and then adding value to that, you can now start to engage somebody who 5 minutes ago was like mad, angry, and ready to take to the stores and defame your product or go on social media and like coat you off, and just catching that moment and then turning them into an advocate, but doing that in a way which again we control, we add an incentive to do it, and then report back on the brand with that measurable result. Person came in angry, got a gift or a product because they were angry, then got invited to leave positive social proof of the fact that they're happy and were treated well, and track that back also and make that part of the reporting principle. That's the difference, is thinking about things in that kind of...
I think just from our own experiences of what makes good customer service and why would I give this company any more of my money going forward if I felt aggrieved or whatnot. It is good customer service, and turning those frowns upside down, as you say, is important. But we make that with our latest bit of tech. Contact us if you want to know more. To be able to push that into social medias, which no one does. If you look at X, I feel so sorry for every customer service representative on X, because it's just
bad news travels fast.
Sign in at 8:30 a.m. and everyone's just you're this, you're that, you're that, you're that, and then 6 o'clock knock off. It's like.
But the truth is, your business is actually providing a brilliant service for disproportionately a much greater
that
number,
doesn't represent,
but that doesn't come through.
No,
and this is why products.
But that's the public perception.
Products for outcomes is a really powerful way to get people to take these positive actions
and make them smile
and help balance out what is basically bad news traveling faster than good news. People will basically expect everything to work perfectly of your service all the time. And whenever it doesn't, they now know that they've got these places to go and vent their spleen, whether it's accurate to what actually happened or not. The point is there's a way to incentivize people to go to the store and say, had a great experience here, thank you so much. That needs to happen. Otherwise, all you see is a litany of people who've had a bad experience with no way of measuring how many had a good experience from the public's point of view.
Well, you could get away with it back in 20 years ago before all this. You could it was word of mouth.
Yeah.
How often you're gonna it's only when somebody mentions, oh yeah, I was thinking about going to this brand. Oh, hang about, I dealt with them. Just in complete coincidence that conversation comes up. But now, in the age we live in, before you make any decision financially, you're straight on Trustpilot, X. What's this company do? What they like?
Yeah.
And those are breeding grounds for bad complaints because nobody leaves a good a good 5-starer because they're just happy. They seem to be
Very few.
overwhelmingly in favour of 1-star reviews as a platform.
Yeah.
So companies find it so difficult to try and get people, what did you say? The action, not incentive, but yeah, to get them to actually go and post a positive review. And just say, yeah, the company, they made a mistake or they did this, but they were fantastic in how they got me to that point.
Yeah. Generosity is key.
It is. So be nice to your customers.
And use us.
And use us, yeah. No, but I think, yeah, that's where we're seeing our fit and what we're being able to solve for companies. Again, it seems to become clear and obvious to us, but I think it's just normality, what you expect most companies to do.
I think they're busy doing what they do. I think they're excellent at what they do. You know, that this is one aspect. I think one of the things that I've always found fascinating about the area we've chosen to explore is that in many ways, buying something for yourself through narrow self-interest has been optimized within an inch of its life. You know, Bezos and Amazon have created the ultimate get me this thing now flow. But what has been overlooked because it's less frequent is the times when you need to get something for somebody else. Then the problems just start stacking up, and that's the problem that businesses have. They're out doing their core function. They're selling their gas, they're selling their utility service, they're selling their product. And they're busy doing that. And then it's really hard for them to think about these less frequent, slightly more difficult to quantify times when you need to do something right and it needs to feel right to maximum effect. And we've optimized that. Getting something to somebody else is something we've optimized. A buying consumer journey where the end point isn't you hasn't really been optimized successfully. And by doing that, we've opened up a whole world of opportunities for people to benefit from that thought, that designed process of generous delivery, generous purchasing.
As we're talking about rewards, have a little thought. I was going to ask you a question. You might have ever thought about this or answered this before. What is your most memorable reward that you've personally had, and how did it make you feel about that company?
That is not a good question for me.
So not? Is it because of your memory? He's old.
I don't actually like engaging with rewards programs because it doesn't feel like they know me and it feels transactional. And I ultimately know that on some level it's a form of either a bribe or an incentive to do something.
Yeah, it depends on the action though, because some are like genuine love, some is generosity, some is an incentive and a reward. So yeah, I get that.
I think that's why I've enjoyed designing to brief, is because being a marketeer and building digital products for so long, I'm very aware of how these things function and what's going on behind it. So I'm naturally very skeptical.
Yeah.
But if I can enjoy the way this is working, then I think there's something in
I'll
it.
give you two. So my most favourite one still sticks to this day. I don't think it can ever be topped.
1 second. I've got a question for you. Outside of the work we've done together, what has been your favourite engagement with a company around a reward or something that they've done for you?
So that I've personally had.
Yeah.
Easy. Circa 90s. I think it was.
He's going back.
Going back. They were the days, good old days.
I can't remember the 90s at all.
Yeah, I lent you some money in the
Not that again.
No, it was the crisps. Was it Walker's or whoever, or Smith's? £5 in an envelope inside the packet of crisps. It was literally not a token. It was an actual £5.
A little blue
They
packet.
folded it. No, that was the salt.
Oh.
But it came in a clear packet with a £5, and someone at the factory just put one for you, one from my pocket, one for you, and sealed them up, and you get a £5. I never won one, but I was
looked.
I mean, I was £5 to a teenager, like 12-year-old something in the day. I was like, oh, that's like winning the lottery. So that always kept me engaged.
Enough sweets for a month.
The one that annoyed me, still to this day, was Love Film, which did turn into Netflix. It did, didn't it? Was it Love Film that turned into Netflix? I think
They bought them or something?
DVD rental. So, you subscribe, they send you, you add to your list and they send you the DVD, you send it back. Early 2000s when DVD players were popular. I thought, that's good. And I told my mate Ed about it. I said, look, this is really good, word of mouth, got him involved. I was with him for about 1.5 years. He was with him for like 2 months. He got a free DVD to keep. I was like, hang about. I brought him to you. He doesn't even know anything about that. He's done nothing to sign. He's like, oh, that's quite good. Signed up. And then he gets where's my free DVD? So I cancelled my subscription.
Can be done badly.
It annoyed me. Because he got the love when it should have been me that got the love. I was the loyal customer, but they managed it in that moment.
You do get annoyed about those things.
I do get annoyed. It doesn't stay with me.
You won't remember it for decades.
No, I don't remember anything. So no, they were the two ones that really stick in my mind. One good, one bad.
I think the core subject for the podcast is how to leverage generosity for outcomes. So businesses often want to be generous, but they struggle to do it in a meaningful way. There's rich territory in that conversation to talk about how rewards and incentives can be brought to life in a new way, in an exciting, engaging way, but in a way, most importantly, that's more measurable. I think that a lot of programs are giving millions of pounds, hundreds of thousands of units away a month, and our experience is some of them aren't clear on what it is they're trying to affect and how they measure it, and if that changes, what they do about it.
So stay tuned.
We've really enjoyed this. It's been a massive experience for us.
Stay tuned for more amazing guests throughout the year, including our next one, Steve Hewitt from Gymshark, who took them from 5 million revenue to over 1 billion. So that's going to be an amazing episode.
So you may be wondering exactly how to get in touch with us. There's 2 ways. One is to go to Prsnt.io/scorecard, where you'll be taken to our scorecard questionnaire, which will lead you through 16 questions about your program. After drilling into that detail, it will give you a tailor-made report straight back to you that you're able to share with your team without having to talk to anybody. It's a really great resource. Check it out. The other way is...
comment present down below and one of the team will reach out to you.
Thank you for being present.
Thanks for being present.